Hello, first video of 2016. I'm running way behind this year. I've got some pretty cool stuff I wish I'd done videos of. I'm going to talk about a belt grinder that I worked on this winter and I've gotten it done, and I want to like to do a video of it and include a series of making a belt grinder. There's a whole bunch of them on YouTube, from mild to wild, made out of plywood to laser cut steel. But I've got my own little rendition of one. But what I like to do a video of now is a tractor wheel showed up. A guy said he had a small hole in it. Well, I don't think he said small, that was the key. He said he had a hole in his tractor rim. This rim is $1,000. And just flipped him out. I want to know if I could repair it. So I said, sure, bring it, and we'll see what we can do with it. But here's the tractor rim. Here's the small hole. It's not really that small. But what I'm going to do is I got some 10 gauge sheet metal, or about 125 thousandths thick sheet metal. And I'm going to attempt to do this in 3 sections. I'm going to take the plasma cutter, cut this section out when it's really bad rusty. They used ballast in these wheels of water and calcium something, I can't remember of it, but it's really corrosive to steel. So the tube was leaking inside, and it ended up through the winter time eating the rim out. But I'm going to take the plasma cutter and cut this out. We're going to take some 10 gauge metal, I'm going to roll it on this radius here, and I'm going to weld it in, break another piece, weld it here. We're going to do it in three sections and weld it up. Hopefully I can get it trued up and looking pretty good. I'm not worried about the load on it. The weld, I'm not really worried about that. But he don't want to spend $1,000 to replace this rim. So we'll see what we can do. And I'm just going to show some plasma cutting, MIG welding, maybe some TIG welding, dressing it and getting this out the door. Okay, we got her set up, ready to plasma cut. Got a little dead cowhide on for protection. We've got this ruler here. It's pretty flexible. I'm going to try and use it as a straight edge. The straighter I can make it cut, the easier off the job will be when I get done. But I'm going to fire up the plasma and we're going to cut this shape out. And away we go. Belly to hold that down there. That's what I made it for. If you grab a hammer, Voila. That's a little rid of the cancer there. All right, got her whacked out of there. I'll do some rough measurements on about how long of a piece, just to cut out roughly in the width. If this is narrow enough, I'll form this radius through a ring roller. I've got some flat dies on it. I do got a slip roll machine. I can do it if it exceeds the width, but I think just by guesstimating it, yeah, we're looking at about, all over probably 4 inches. So I'll roll this radius, take some construction board, and make this template for it. Then we'll plasma cut it, and I'll spot weld it back in there. But I'll get me some measurements and get it cut, and then I'll show you us doing a little ring rolling. All right, I'll throw it on the ground. That's one way to de-dross it, is to sling it on the ground. But I got it done. I'm going to take and get rid of the dross and stuff on the back before we ring roll it. I'll do that on the belt grinder. We'll go ahead and do it now. This is the belt grinder I was talking about for 2016. Worked on it, the first part, getting it made. But it works well. We'll go on and see if we can ring roll it. All right, we've got our slip roll. We'll end up using it. I couldn't get it to work out very well in the ring roller. So after a few choice words, I come over here to the north wing of the shop. Well, that makes it sound a whole lot better saying it that way. But anyway, it's as tight as a midget's fist over here in this corner, so I'm going to get over here and see if I can work this plate up into the right radius. If anybody's giving away money for a shop upgrade, I'll be eligible. I've done outgrown this one, sure enough. That's a lot of times why I don't want to use this one. It's so stinking hard to get to. Now I can't get over there and adjust that roller. Oh, Jesus. Because I got this back roller adjusted up higher than this one, so it's making the plate curl. I've got to loosen this one. I'm over here on the other side, adjusting the roller. Turn it down some. I guess anybody's got a shop if they never have enough room. At this point, if it was 100 by 100, I'd probably fill it up with crap that's in here. But you get the picture. This is one of these little 3-in-1 shear, slip roll, and brake. If you're limited on room and space, they do a pretty good job. I guess it beats 3 pieces of equipment in this shop. I don't have to use it too frequently, thank God. But you get the picture. I'm going to go ahead and roll this and get it over with. Okay, we got it ring rolled and plasma cut. I just took the plate, laid it up in the wheel, and transferred it. Now I'm going to deburr it a little more and fit it to the rim. But I'll use the belt grinder and proceed on with that. All right, deburred. Now we'll see how she fits. All right. Once I get this, I'll true this up a little bit, get rid of some paint and this other rust, get a pretty good weld surface to it. I don't think that'll be too bad. If the video quality is not that good, blame it on Apple. I'm shooting it right off of the iPhone 2.0 or 5S, or it's the same difference. But I think we might be able to go ahead and clean that up and tack that in there. All right, I'm fixing to get to grinding on this wheel and get it prepped for weld. I had to shear the cowhide for a minute. It's making me sweat like chicken grease coming out of me. But I'm gonna suit up. I'll just do a time lapse of this. Ain't no excitement about that. But I'll put all my OSHA regulation stuff on because I don't smoke, so I can't filter it through a cigarette. And I got my A-bomb swag on. But all right, here we go. All right, got the piece held up there. I'm going to just spot weld it in there right now, hold it together with some just hard wire on the MIG welder, gas, CO2, argon, 75-25 mix. I'm sure it won't be no Jody, but I'll get it tacked in here and we'll burn her in. After it grounds, oh, for the love of it, man. Crusty old thing. There we go. Contact. Now I know before I weld this thing completely in, I will put a shirt on, a long sleeve shirt. But as we heat it, it'll warp and distort, and I'll just tweak it, fatigue it, force it, beat it, bang it, whatever we want to do to it to get it over there. But I'll let me put my long sleeve shirt on. Had to put the shop apron back on. It really destroys my figure, but it's more safety than anything. All right, I got that part welded in there, ground back down on the inside, and I will probably do the TIG welding on the outside, just lay it back over the seam. I'll have to keep this ground down, keep the tube from eating up in it. But it's almost supper time here, and Fat Man's got to eat, so I'll probably come in hopefully tomorrow and lay this piece. We'll do the inner and I'll weld it. We'll bring you in for some close-ups on it, and hopefully that'll be it. All right, it's yesterday's tomorrow, and I really got to get this thing out of here. I really want to get it done before Friday, and it's Friday now. But I've got something else I have to do along many other things this weekend. So I went ahead and plasma cut this, rolled it through the roller, got it. And I found out if you actually over bend it slightly, it's so much easier to straighten up and get tweaked in. That's about the same radius as that. So now I'll have to, I'm gonna hold it up here and I'm gonna go ahead and spot weld it down through there. Then I'll take my cardboard, my construction board, and I'm gonna get this radius that this will be, and I'll plasma cut it out. And I'm gonna weld it in and blah, blah, blah. Then I'm probably gonna take this outside here, I'm gonna go over it with the TIG welder. Try and give it a little more strength. I gotta smooth this up a little more for the inner tube that'll be running on it. I don't want it to have any abrasion issues, and then I'll paint this area in here where it don't rust. But I've got to get going, so I'll probably just do time lapse on this. So let's get it going. All right, I got it welded in, ground down. I don't believe it's NASCAR approved, but it ought to work pretty well. I'd like to spend another couple hours on it, dressing it, getting it looking a little better, but let me bring you in for some close-ups. The main area is right here is where the bead of the wheel, the tire comes up onto the wheel. That's mainly what I was concerned about. I left a nice bead there. I had to smooth it down in here to keep the tube from getting damaged. So you can see my bead that I still left proud inside of there. It's not a show tractor, nothing. He's just using it to bush hog his fields and stuff with. But I think I'm going to put a little paint on it. Probably put some undercoating on the inside of it around that area. Okay, got her done. I ended up painting it with some Rust-Oleum Hammertone, because that's all I had. It ain't color matched by no means. But this is what she was. And that's what she is now. That ought to work for him. Appreciate you watching. See you later.